Today we are going to talk some more about those AARP gift cards. We're also going to go into some things you shouldn't wear on a cruise ship. We're also going to go through lots of other cruise news, including some really exciting things that are happening in ports that cruise lines call at. Gives us a chance to see things we've never seen before. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please click on that subscribe button? And if you appreciate our updates, please hit the thumbs up because that really helps us out. Also, we've got an amazing Facebook community over on Let's Go Travel Tips, so please come and join us there. I do want to give you a caveat that just the other day on Friday, someone made a new Facebook group called Let's Go Travel. And I have heard from several people who are in our Let's Go family and a part of our Facebook group that they are receiving invites to join that other Facebook group. And so I want you to know that that is not us, and just be very careful. We are Let's Go Travel Tips, and it's Gordon and I that run our Facebook page, and so just wanted to make sure that you are aware that that is our only Facebook page, and let you know we also have Allison and Gordon because he needed something to be able to run that with. Kind of a long story there, but we only have the one Facebook page for our Let's Go family. So if you've got questions about that, let me know. If you notice other things popping up, please let me know as well so that I can keep everyone up to date on that. Let's start at the top here, and I want to invite you to come to our live tonight. Usually we do it at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight, and probably for the next few weeks at least, it's going to have to be at 7 p.m. Gordon just has to work late, and so we're going to do 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which will make it 9 p.m. Eastern time. Alrighty, so I apologize if that's an inconvenience to anyone, but we just need to do that for a while here. We'd love to see you. Bring your questions. Get ready to have a fun time talking about cruising and all of the travel associated with cruising. A quick update for you. The other day in my video on Saturday, I talked about the Island Princess, and I shared with you what I have heard from so many people lately. Well, I love that so many of you commented as well. It could easily be that she's going to go away after the 2025 World Cruise. I did note that the very last cruise that is offered on the Island Princess is September 8th of 2025. Even more importantly than that, we have got a man on the ground. One of our Let's Go family members kindly commented and said that he will be on the Island Princess in 4 days, and he is going to see if he can track down any information on that for us. So I really appreciate you all and all of the information that you share. That really helps keep all of us up to date, and it really takes all of us to be here because there are so many things, different things going on. Everybody has different experiences. So once again, really glad to have you all with us. The next thing I want to let you know about those AARP gift cards. Also a lot of comments. I've gotten a lot of emails from people on those. So a couple of things to make you aware. When you buy those AARP gift cards, you can apply them to your cruise, okay? Now last night, so we bought one and I tried to apply it to paying for excursions. When I went to pay for excursions on the Princess website, there was nowhere for me, for Gordon and I, we were doing it together, just sitting there, and there was nowhere to enter a gift card number. So let me know if you've been able to book your excursions with Princess and use a gift card to pay for them. Couldn't see that trying to do that. But please be aware that when you use those AARP gift cards to pay for your cruise, if you have to cancel for any reason, one of our commenters, their travel agent, thought you're going to lose the value of them. You won't, and it doesn't even matter who your insurance is with. Well, there's a lot of scenarios here. So if you cancel within that cancellation window, you're going to lose that value because that's how it works with cruises. Then your insurance kicks in and you're going to get paid by the insurance, right? The amount that you are eligible for through your insurance. And that has nothing to do whether you paid with a gift card or if you paid with a credit card. It doesn't matter, okay? That part doesn't matter how your insurance works. Your insurance is still going to work the way insurance works, okay? But if you cancel your cruise or if your cruise gets canceled and First of all, if the cruise line cancels the cruise, you're going to get that money back as an AARP gift card. That credit is going to go back onto your AARP gift card. If you paid with your AARP gift cards and you cancel before that final payment time and the time, you know how the window that you're not going to lose any, the closer you get to the cruise, the more you lose. Well, if you are in the part where you still get your money back, that's going to come back as an AARP gift card credit. So keep that in mind. It's not going to come back as regular money. When you are on board the ship, if you decide to use that AARP gift card towards your onboard credit, that money is going to be refundable to you, and that it's not non-refundable. You don't use it, but what is left is going to come back on that gift card. Okay. If it's like other money, though, that if you have money that is on board credit and you want to go play in the casino and cash out when you're done, you can do that with that money. Okay, so just to give you an idea about how that all works. So if you are booking a cruise and you're not really sure you're going to go on it, I wouldn't pay for it with that onboard with the AARP gift card. Alrighty, I would just pay for that with my credit card and plan on it, so that you don't have a bunch of money sitting on an AARP gift card that you don't know when you're going to use. Okay, I think that's really important to point that out. But if you're going to make your final payment on your cruise and then you're all intents and purposes are going, that's when you can make the decision if it's good for you to go ahead and use those AARP gift cards, because it does save money. And we did for the cruises that Gordon and I are intending to go on. I'm going to start using those. I haven't used them a lot. We've used them here and there, but I'm going to, because it will increase the amount of money, like I said in my video on Saturday, that I can give to other people and other people that I think, like, you know, like I said, the local food bank, anywhere that you want to donate. It will increase how much I have to give. And then what else do I want to tell you about that? You have to register with AARP, but you do not join AARP, and that's a big difference. Okay, it costs money to join AARP. There are other benefits that come with joining AARP, but you just have to register with AARP to buy those gift cards. Okay, big difference there. Alrighty, got all of that. Camouflage. We have seen a lot in the news lately about what you shouldn't be wearing on a cruise ship. Camouflage. I would not plan to wear camouflage outside of the United States anywhere, because there are a lot of places where you're not supposed to wear camouflage. So when you're planning your wardrobe, for anybody that has missed everyone else in the news, cruise news, talking about this, I just want to make sure that you all know, don't pack camouflage to wear anywhere outside of the US. I know that there are places that you can wear it as your fashion outside of the US, but there are an awful lot of places that you cannot. And so when you're planning your wardrobe to go abroad outside of the US, just don't have camouflage be a part of it. Another thing that as I was thinking about this, what you really should be aware of is that when you travel outside of the United States, and a lot of times when you go to churches, they like for ladies' shoulders to be covered, so it's not appropriate to wear something that your shoulders are not covered. And in some, they also like knees to be covered. I have seen that enforced lots of different ways, or not enforced in a lot of places, but in places that ask that, even if they're not standing there requiring it, I think it's really important to respect the people, that church and their beliefs there. And when we were in Turkey, in fact, they also asked for ladies' heads to be covered. So I took a scarf with me, and we had the best time seeing all of these beautiful places. And indeed, in Turkey, they even had, the tour people even had available like longer skirts that people could just, you know, made out of very flimsy stuff, you know, that's not like a nice skirt, but you could pull it on over if your skirt was too short, or if you wore shorts, things that weren't appropriate to wear inside of like the Blue Mosque or Hagia Sophia. Those places, they had those available that you could put on so that you could go inside to visit. And so just wanted to remind everybody that when you're going somewhere, check and see what it's appropriate to wear in that place. Okay, if you have questions about that, put it below and we will all talk about it together. And if you have other experiences that you want to share, we would really love to read about it, so put that in the comments as well. This is exciting news. Just in our live the other evening, we were talking about how excited, after I'd been to that conference that I was at a week ago, about how wonderful it is that MSC is really, they are big in the cruise space, and they are not going away. They are really increasing their footprint all over the world with the cruises that they are offering. And so if you are not familiar, they have their world-class ships, as they call them. They've got the World Europa and the MSC World Europa and the MSC World Americas. That ship is the newest one. It's going to come online in 2025. The World America, the World Europa has already been sailing for a while, but they are ordering 2 more. So how exciting. So stay tuned for when I figure out we've got time to try out MSC, and I'll show you what that's like. I'm really excited to hear from many of our Let's Go family members. And here's something I really want you to think about with MSC is if you went on MSC quite a while ago, you might want to give MSC another chance, and I'll tell you more about what it's like when I get to go. We're really hoping to squeeze that in 2024 because they are changing things a lot. They came into the US market very much behaving like a European cruise line, and as time has passed, they have really realized that they need to make changes if they want to stay here and draw in Americans to cruise on them. And so they are very much devoted to making those changes. They've assembled really like this dream team for their marketing department. A lot of them were on board when I was at that conference, and they got who's who from several cruise lines. So they are all in. So I am really excited. So I wouldn't write off MSC if you tried them a year ago or 2 years ago. They are on the move, and I think it's going to be really exciting because one thing that I love, everyone, no matter whether they loved the cruise experience on board or not, they say the ships are beautiful. So how cool is that? And their prices are really affordable, really affordable. Now in the long run, are they going to go up like everybody else's? Probably, but in the short run, we can enjoy it and get to go because they are really trying to draw people in, have them enjoy that experience and want to come back again. So that's what I've got to tell you about MSC. The next thing, really quickly, the Enchanted Princess has had a couple, due to weather, they have missed a couple of ports. They had to miss going to Corfu. Nope, they didn't miss going to Corfu. They missed going to Kotor, Montenegro, and they missed somewhere else as well. But anyway, just wanted to let you know that every once in a while things change, and if I was on a cruise and I missed Kotor, I would just use that as an excuse to try to get to go back another time. Kotor is amazing. Now, one thing I did notice though, and this is important, when you think of when you are going to book your cruises to different places in the world, really pay attention on the time of year that you're going. Now, I am a firm believer that everywhere is beautiful all around, you know, throughout the year. But be aware if there are certain experiences that you want to have, you need to go during certain times of the year. We've just been booking and going through and reviewing our excursions for the Sun Princess inaugural sailing that will be in the Mediterranean in February. They offer different excursions then than they do whenever I have been there otherwise, and I've been there in May and June and July and September and October. And so looking at the difference in excursions, there's one of them, like the one in Naples, we're going to book with Viator because they don't offer what I want to do. And so just keep in mind that as you go to visit these different places, sometimes time of year makes a difference. And that's one reason it's really good to have a good travel agent to help you to sort out what you want to see and when would be the best time for you to go. And along with thinking about what you want to see, here's what I want to tell you is just some updates from places that cruise ships go and the impact, like a good excuse to go again, things to make sure that you don't miss the next time you go, or if you're going for your very first time, just a heads up on some things that are going on. So first of all, let's talk about what's going on in Barcelona. So if you have never been to Barcelona, or even if you've been, they have Sagrada Familia there. Sagrada Familia is the church that was designed by Antonio Gaudi, and construction started on it about 141 years ago. And he died after they had already started construction, but truly the people there have kept his dream alive, and as donations have come, as they earn money from people taking tours there, they have continued the construction. As you look at the picture, you will notice that there's these tall towers, and they have 4 of the towers that are dedicated to the evangelist specialists. Well, in September they finished 2 of them. So now all 4 of them are done, and the 2 that they just finished are dedicated to Matthew and John. And so it's really exciting. They are really thrilled. It's a huge celebration that they have completed these towers. So if you get to go to Barcelona, don't miss looking up at those towers and seeing that 4 of them are now completed, 2 more, and they are really looking forward to finishing all of the towers. The tallest tower there represents Jesus Christ, and they are hoping to get that done within the next few years. So really exciting, and it just shows that you can go somewhere and then you'll find a good excuse to go back again, or if you've never been, just something more exciting to see when you finally get to go. The next thing that is going on that I think you should all be aware of is this is if you get to go on a cruise that calls in the port of Le Havre there in France, and you get to go into Paris, or if you just go to Paris, the Louvre there has a new painting on exhibition there, and what it is, they're calling it a national treasure. It's called Christ Mocked, and it is by the Florentine painter Cimabue, and this lady had it in her kitchen for a really long time, thinking that it was a Greek religious icon, and then someone in her family thought maybe it was something more important than that. They called in the experts and determined that indeed that painting is by the artist Cimabue. It's really small. It's just 10 by 8 inches, so it's very small, and it ended up selling at auction for like 24.2 million euros in October of 2019. And in order to make it so that it could not leave the country of France, they marked it as a national treasure, and it gave the French government time to raise the money to pay for it so that they could keep it there and have it in the Louvre for so many people to get to visit. So the next time I get to go to the Louvre, I am going to look for that painting. If you're not familiar with the works by Cimabue, I'm very familiar with them, a lot, pretty much because our daughter is an art historian, but they are beautiful, really beautiful. So I just thought I would tell you about this. You might enjoy finding the story in the news. I've seen it in several outlets, and so thought I would bring you up to date on that. Now, the last thing that I want to talk to you about is I want to get your input on this, and I want to hear from you in the comments. Over on another Facebook page, Gordon found a comment by someone that has said how much they have loved Princess. They have thoroughly loved Princess, and when I've read this, it really made me think, like, what would I think if I were the one that has experienced what they have experienced? So let me know what you would do if it were you. So they just have been on the Crown Princess, finishing their cruise to Hawaii. For substantial periods of time during 4 consecutive days, they lost function of their stateroom toilet for, like I said, for substantial periods of time, over 4 whole days. And now when the ship ports in Ensenada, they got a notice that they are going to lose cold water function in their stateroom for a large portion of that day as well. And they have sailed with Princess a lot, okay? They've sailed with Princess a lot. A year ago, they sailed on the Sapphire Princess, and they couldn't spend very long in their mini suite because they didn't have air conditioning, and it was too hot in their room, so they tried to just really minimize how much time. So they paid for a mini suite, but they couldn't really use it. And so these people said, I'm just definitely not going to go on another Grand Class ship the smaller size. And they're trying to decide if they're going to go on any more Princess cruises. So let me know in the comments what you think. This is really a conundrum, I think, to have it happen 2 times and so much. And on the one hand, yep, I know things can go wrong. I know they can go wrong. But at the same time, that's a lot. And so just tell me what you think, okay? I look forward to reading your comments. I look forward to seeing you this evening. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.